the summer, focus switches to the FIFA Club World Cup as 32 clubs from around the globe compete for arguably the most competitive competition around the planet. In each one of these videos, we'll preview one club from around the globe. Who is it? Well, today we're going to preview Real Madrid. That's right, folks, back once again with another preview. Today, we're taking a look at one of the clubs that are taking part in this summer spectacular. It is, of course, FIFA's Club World Cup, and we'll get to that in a second. Of course, if you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe and your one-stop shop for FIFA's Club World Cup, World Football, and, of course, Blackburn Bloody Rovers. We've got it all here under one Ruski. In today's video, we're going to do a deep dive into one of the clubs that are taking part in this summer's football spectacular. We'll showcase you that in just a second. What I want to say is a big shout out to the members. You know who you are. And a big shout out to the Patreons. You know who you are. But anyway, sit tight, hold on, and let's get into it. Real Madrid next out the blocks, coming at you out of Spain and La Liga. Of course, one of the UEFA representatives in the Club World Cup. That's right, in the USA. Qualified as winners of the 2021, 22 and 23-24 Champions League winners. Of course, ultimately, they didn't win it this year. Eliminated by Arsenal earlier in the campaign. And, of course, humongous ramifications for Real Madrid moving forward from that because they want to win everything. They qualified on the 14th of March 2023 and they've been here. This is their 7th time in the past, previously back in 2000, 2014, 2016, 2017, 2018 and 2022. Their roster looks a little bit like this. Courtois between the sticks has been number one, with Lunin coming in when called upon. Meanwhile, into the defensive ranks, they've got a who's who. It is, of course, some of the best players on the planet. Rudiger at the back there, Carvajal, Militao and Alaba alongside Mendy, Vasquez, of course. Take your pick. All very, very elite players. Into midfield, also some elite, current elite players. Yeah, Jude Bellingham's, of course, Arda Güler out of Turkey, Camavinga as well, Tushmeni, and, of course, Modric still pulling the strings for Real Madrid and Croatia still. Up top, of course, Kylian Mbappe, one of the best players on the planet, if not the best. Vinícius Jr, Rodrigo, and youngster Endrick on the books at the moment. Of course, star man has been Kylian Mbappe, adapting to his first season in Real Madrid colours. Was pretty good, 7.58 on average. Valverde alongside, well, in midfield, should we say, 7.49, and Jude Bellingham with a 7.44, of course. No instant success, though, for Kylian Mbappe with La Liga slipping through their fingers, Champions League elimination, and of course I think they lost the Copa del Rey as well to Barcelona, so not a great start. But this is a typical 11 for you for Real Madrid, and it is a tasty looking squad. Courtois between the sticks. They've got a back four of David Alaba, Asenio there with Fran Garcia and Lucas Vasquez. Into midfield, the likes of Tushmeni, Güler, Valverde, Brahim Diaz as well, and Vinny Jr. and Endrick up the top. No Kylian Mbappe in this, no Jude Bellingham in this. Again, rotating at odds, keeping it a little bit fresh, moving forward. I'm not saying that this is going to be the lineup to start. I'm just saying what we can expect. We can expect a team like this. We might even ramp it up a little bit. And this squad itself has got a cool valuation of 623 million euros. Of course, now this is their pedigree, of course. Is there a more elite champion in this? Well, they are 9 times Champions League winner. Of course, they're trying to make it to 10, but that's going to have to wait till another year. They won 6 European Club Champions Club Winners' Cups there. They're 36 times Spanish champion. They've won this Club World Cup 5 times in the past. They're trying to make it a 6th, especially with this expanded version coming at you this summer. They are managed by, as of recording, Carlo Ancelotti. Now, where it has been made apparent that he will be stepping aside, from my understanding, over the summer. He might have already been gone by the time I press stop on this video. He might already be gone. So he looks like he's out of here. It could be Xabi Alonso. It could be Jurgen Klopp. It could be somebody else. There are some good managers out there managing other clubs and available. So we'll see what happens. Of course, I'm not going to update this video. This is the way it is as of right now. Vinny Jr. is the main man, though, ahead of Kylian Mbappe with a 200 million euro valuation. He's just 24 years of age. He's right-footed, but it comes on the left-hand side. He is a weapon of choice. Meanwhile, speaking of weapons, they've got a 1.27 billion squad to choose from. That's the valuation of that squad, averaging around about 53 million euros a player. Average age is 27.1 with 19 international folks, just 1 youth national team player, 17 foreigners on the squad there. And of course, moving forward, this is what they're up against it. They'll wrap up the season in Spain up against Real Sociedad. I think they'll be all over, though. I don't think they're going to win the title. Meanwhile, they'll kick it all off against Al Hilal on the 18th 18th of June over in Group H. Then they'll take on the Mexican outfit Pachuca on the 22nd of June before wrapping it up against the Europeans, Austrians, of course, RB Salzburg on the June 26th. But by that point, you would expect Madrid to be very, very close, if not already qualified. Top two go through, remember? This is what they've been playing with so far, but they might mix it up for the World Club Cup. I don't know. We'll see when the tournament kicks off. Let's take a look then at the odds for Real Madrid to qualify and where I think they'll go. Of course, odds to qualify 33 to 1 on. Of course, red hot favourites to qualify from that group. It's not an easy group, but it's definitely a doable group for Real Madrid. And again, they've got the roster to mix it up. Play, they might rest the Mbappes, they might rest the Jude Bellinghams, Courtois, who knows. But they've got a lot of players that can come in and they'll still do well. Meanwhile, the odds to win the whole thing 7 to 2. I think they might be the favourites to go the distance and win. Of course, they'll be trying to make up for lost time, probably missing out on La Liga. Champions League's already gone, and the Copa del Rey's also gone. I do expect the new manager to come in with a bit between his teeth and, of course, a chance to put a statement down. I think they're going to win this. I think Real Madrid are the team to fear right here, right now. But again, looking at that, whoever the appointment will be, if they get that wrong, then, that might change. But this is my gut prediction right here, right now, as we approach the month of May. But until then, let me know your thoughts about Real Madrid and beyond. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. Of course, will this club go the distance and lift the trophy at the end of the campaign? Let me know your thoughts down below. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe and smash the like, guys. This will be a non-stop shop for FIFA's Club World Cup. We're going to have previews. We're going to have predictions. We're going to have, of course, watch-alongs as well. It's going to be non-stop here over the summer. So make sure you do me the honor, smash the like and smash the subscribe. Until then, I'll see you soon for the next one.